Drew Alba alongside Cole Rogers for another edition of Players Roundup. Cole, after a week out of the team, you're back here against the Marion Berries and a big rubber match ahead. What do you think the Sweets going to do to get it done?
I think honestly we just need a lot of grit today, and a lot of pushing around or pushing each other, to persevere through this one because we got some guys down, with injury and stuff like that. So I think just doing whatever we can, playing a lot of team ball today will help us get this one.
In game number one, you looked like Superman out there, dive in, then you hit up against the fence. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great now. Yeah, I try to go home and rest it off, and get ready for the next day. So.
Do you ever have a mindset of, maybe I'm not going to go for this ball, or is that never in your vocabulary that I can't get this? Is there always a mindset of I'm going to try to get everything I can?
Yeah, that's usually the mindset. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get everything I can. So unless that happened obviously, and then I didn't want to obviously do it again and hurt myself even more. But usually the mindset is to go get everything I can. Yeah.
I don't know if you've been given Landon any talk or anything, but you now lead the Sweets in stolen bases.
Really?
You pass Landon with 13. He has 12.
Yeah.
Is that one of your main strengths on the base path?
Yeah, I'd say that's one of the biggest strengths of my game. Honestly, is stealing bases. So if I can get on base, and do that for my team, that's my way of helping and just doing whatever I can to help this team win.
Yesterday's ball game, you almost had that big infield single. That was a tight bang play.
Yeah.
When something like that bounces your way, how do you kind of erase it and move forward?
Honestly, it's frustrating in the moment, late in those games, because that could be a big decision maker or a big momentum shifter. So it's frustrating in the moment, but you got to figure out a way to just go on defense and figure out a way to get 3 outs. So that's what I did. Just got to flush it.
How are you feeling at the dish? Your average continues to climb, looking really good out there.
I feel good. I feel great. I feel very confident. I'm just looking to stay calm and keep my my thoughts minimal and just breathe.
We're over 2/3 of the way through the season. The Sweets are on the precipice of a playoff push right now. Just a few weeks left in this season. How do you stay focused, and how does the team stay focused here at the very end of the season?
I think honestly to stay in a routine and keep on doing things that have made us good up to this point. So not shifting too far away from what we've been doing up to this point. Just staying on task every single day and getting the job done.
When you're playing almost every day, what is that routine to keep your body fresh?
Honestly, it's a lot of stretching, a lot of rest too. You got to prioritize rest. So for me, it's just a lot of stretching, before, after workouts, and just going home and make sure I get to bed at a good time so I can get that rest and proper recovery.
Any particular stretch that you're like, oh yeah, I'm ready to do this one today?
My favorite stretch right now is child's pose.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm not going to demonstrate, but you get on the ground. It helps your hip flexors a lot, so that's my favorite one. Yeah,
you gotta fire your hips up there at the plate, huh?
Exactly.
All right. So the Sweets, a big game today. I already mentioned that against the Marion Berries. Then you got a game break, and then just one more off day the entire rest of the season before a 9-game stretch to finish things out. Is that stressful to think about? Listen, we're gonna get one off day in the next couple of weeks of baseball, or are you not thinking that far ahead?
I'm not really thinking that far ahead today. I'm just focused about getting the one today. So we'll get there when we get there. But right now I'm focused on winning the series today.
All right, this brings us to our question of the day with Cole Rogers. Cole, what is the thing that sticks out to you the most from one coach? What is something that you remember, an advice they said, something they might have told you that really sticks out?
From any coach in my life?
Any coach. Could be your dad, who knows? Anything about baseball.
I'll say my dad, just trying to keep short memory. You can never get too high and get too low, so it's always just staying on a level plane, and honestly, that's just what's helped me, when I'm playing good, just not really getting too high, and when I'm playing bad, and not trying to beat myself up too much, just trying to be the same guy every single day. So that's something I'm still working on, obviously, so I'd say that's the biggest life lesson for me.
Cole, you've certainly been playing well right now. Hopefully that continues. A big game today against the Marion Berries. The Sweets in a rubber match trying to take and maintain a playoff position late in the season. Thanks so much, Cole.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.